This video is sponsored by Dubby Jitterless Energy Blend. Click on the link in the description and use the code PackerMan to save 10% on any order. What's happening, ladies and germs? This is the PackerMan, and welcome to this edition of The Fuel. Oh shit, I have the wrong episode number. Technical difficulties! There we go. Which also means I have the wrong background music. More technical difficulties! There we go. Now we're ready to go. What's happening, ladies and germs? This is the PackerMan, and welcome to this edition of The Fuel, where in this episode we're going to be talking about the 2023 Alsco Uniforms 250 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I mean, there really isn't much to say about this race, honestly. I mean, there was some decent racing, I guess, at the beginning of this race, but I don't know. I just wasn't really high on this race. I thought it was pretty boring for the most part. Third stage was infinitesimally fucking boring because it was just in a fucking choo-choo train for much of the race with the Kaulig cars pretty much sitting 1, 2, 3. I mean, you had Austin Hill trying his damnedest to get up to the front, but he had no help, and he was bitching about it afterwards. And it's like, well, dude, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, because they all know that you're a threat to win on the super speedways pretty much every time out. You honestly think that they're going to give you a chance to go to victory lane yet again at their expense? Give me a break. And he tried a little too hard, got loose in turn 3 and spun, which ended up causing an overtime. And fuel ended up being an issue because both of the guys that Haley, who was in position to win this race, honestly, he should have won this race, but got fucked over when both of the cars that were behind him, that were going to push him, his teammate Chandler Smith and Parker Klickerman, both ran out of gas, and John Herniewicz basically steals the win. Daniel Hamrick got up to second due to that, and then Haley decided to try to pass him for second, and then afterwards Hamrick was not very happy because it's like, well, where the hell was the teamwork that, you know, that Kaulig Racing was so well known for? You know, because they were preaching team win, team win, team win, but let's be honest here, on the last lap it's every man for themselves. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I guess Hamrick was a bit irritated because, you know, he's in the running for the Xfinity Championship, whereas Haley is in Cup. So I can kind of understand Hamrick being frustrated about that, especially coming in second yet again. So I can understand that Hamrick would be a little bit frustrated about that, but, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. But there's no question, I mean, despite the fact that John Herniewicz, I mean, he was there in position, and he took advantage of the situation. Let's be completely honest here. The wrong guy won this race. And it's once again due to these stupid fucking overtime periods. Okay, the races need to run to their scheduled distance, period, end of discussion. This overtime shit is nonsense. And they need to get rid of it. Get rid of the overtime period. Get rid of the fucking playoffs. Get rid of this stick and ball bullshit, because it's not working. That's what I got to say about that. I'm probably going to have a more in-depth video at some point later on, but that'll be for another day. So there were 14 lead changes in this race, 6 pure lead changes, 6 cautions, 2,100 green flag passes, and Haley led the most laps at 80. But yeah, I just don't care about this race. It wasn't really all that interesting, so it's whatever at this point. My final rating for the 2023 Alsco Uniforms 250 at Atlanta is a 4 out of 10. What's happening, ladies and germs? Thank you for watching tonight's video. If you're interested in sponsoring the channel, there is a link to my Patreon down in the description box below. Otherwise, hit like and subscribe if you want to continue watching great content like you saw today. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, this is the PackerMan signing out.